Coach Kyle Smith from Las Vegas ahead of the Pac-12 men's basketball tournament. We've got Jamie and Colton on the line. We'll let Jamie get started with questions.
Good morning, Coach. How's it going?
Great. How are you doing?
Doing well. I guess for you guys, just kind of the weird scenario, you're playing a team that you played within the last week and a half. I mean, is there certain things you have to change, having just played Cal, or you kind of try and do a lot of the same of what you've been doing really through this 6-game winning streak?
A lot of the same, but just, what the reality is that I think Cal, although they haven't had the wins to show for it, is played really well against Oregon State, and they cause a lot of problems because they're so big and athletic. That's hard for us to simulate, to go against a defense like that when they're just they bothered us. We had a hard time scoring against them. So they're kind of changing. They're playing so big with the Kwani, Newell, and Alajiki on their wings. So that's our biggest challenge. How we're going to guard them. And Joel Brown's been playing great, so he gave us a lot of fits. So it poses a lot of challenges.
You take into everything that you guys have gone through this season with all the injuries and the guys you haven't had. To finish fifth, I mean, it's pretty big accomplishment. What would you kind of say was the biggest contributing factor to getting to that point when you've had so much you've had to go through and you haven't had your full lineup for most of this season?
Our leadership was awesome. They never wavered. I'm telling you, Muhammad and TJ are just very even keel, well-balanced human beings, and they're just bought into improving. And you can see by how much better they got over the course of the year. And our guys really look up to both those guys. And we just said, hey, we're 10 and 15. Said stay the course. And even when we're at our lowest moments, where it wasn't chaotic. I've been on teams where you'll have a couple guys that kind of want to, fall off the turnip truck, so to speak, and no one did. And it's a little, we had injuries, so we know there was a little bit, but it doesn't matter. No one's going to feel sorry for you, and they didn't, and they kept playing, kept competing.
Pac-12 awards announced earlier this morning. Mo, all Pac-12 first team. TJ, honorable mention. Just kind of your thoughts on those.
I think it's great. I think both very deserving. TJ playing injured and being honorable mention is great. There's, do they have a second team? Or is it just 5 minutes? Yeah. That would, he could have made a case to be second team, I would imagine. With some for him to look forward to improve upon. And do they do all defensive team?
Yeah, 5 guys. And Mo was honorable mention.
So I would say Bamba probably deserving there too. So if anyone got the short end of it, I was just getting the awards there. I was like, TJ probably got the short end of it because he has such a big role and so important for us defensively. But that's great. And I think Palm has Mo as the 4th best player in the league. And obviously the top sophomore and leader in doubles. And, just got put us in position to finish 5th with just a lot of newcomers and injuries, and well-deserved.
Do you guys feel any kind of maybe some added pressure now in Vegas? Because Pac-12 tournament championships are apparently a thing now. Are they a thing now in Pullman?
Yes. I was like, Jamie, he's ridiculous. She's been to 3 straight NCAA tournaments. She's winning championships, and she's the most humble human being. I'd like to be her agent. I'd like to be her advocate. Get her stomping her feet, get some things done in Pullman. She's like, everything's fine. We're good. We just win championships. So no, it was neat. We saw some fans that were coming back. They're coming back down, and it's obvious they went 9-9 in league and got it done. We went 11-9. So I guess we're a little more of a favorite to do it.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
All right, we'll give it to Colton Clark.
Jamie let one slide when I said we're more favored than that.
Just kind of on the women's team, how much inspiration can you draw out of watching them complete a run like that?
Well, a lot, I hope. I mean, I think we watched the second half before we practiced on Sunday, and our guys were into it. And obviously we share the same gym space for practice and that. We know each other well, and really there's not a harder working team or coach and more deserving than that team. And their grit, they're super gritty. And I've said that since I've been here. It's like she's a year ahead of me, but we're kind of behind. They're clocking their third straight NCAA tournament. So there's a lot to be, and they're in the toughest league in the country. So a lot to look up to them, and just it always is. And just seeing the logo out there and watching them celebrate it, and knowing that that we're associated with them is great.
And along with that, what you saw 7 seed do, is it a message among your team right now? Like, hey, you know, we can make a run. We've hung with the best in the conference. We've beaten Arizona, and also we're playing our best just for the cherry.
You know what? Haven't really talked about it, just focused on Cal. Like I said, we stay the same, man. We really do. We try to one game at a time. And they know what's at stake. They know that you just got to keep this time in March. We've been pretty good in March. We were good in that NIT post. We were a little banged up at the conference tournament last year. We didn't have a full, when we got to UCLA, Mo was battling an ankle injury, and we were able to get healthy for the NIT. So we know we've been pretty good postseason. Hopefully we can, build some momentum, play well, and find a way to win Wednesday, and then take on Oregon, see what we can do.
And I know you've talked a lot about Gay and Bamba, but just how vital has it been to this run to have those two guys that are playing their best at this kind of consistent level? And what do you think it was that flipped for both those guys, during this streak?
Just maturity, and it's not just them. They're leading the way, but like those guys that have fallen in line with Rodman and Andre have been great. They're best plus minus guys last year, and we had tremendous inside talent. And when we played them at forwards, that was our best team. So their age, maturity, Justin developed really, Justin and Jay, and Justin really settled us down in playing point guard and becoming a better defender, and playing long minutes. And everyone had like I said, had a new role at this level. And as everyone embraced their role and got better at their role, I think it allowed them to get better. And they have good chemistry. They've got good character, and that's the most important thing. And that usually results in wins.
How much does the rotation change by game, by opponent, and how much are you maybe just more leaning on that 6-man group because it's just the most mature group out there, or is it just kind of by match?
I told our team, I said that we need everyone to win 4 in a row. You're going to need your bench to play well and do things. And we'll have some, maybe some unexpected. You need to have that. But I said, the minutes have shrunk a little on the bench, and that happens to a lot of teams. It's more a function that those first 5 are playing so well together, both sides of the ball. And there's a certain, and what we do offensively requires all 5 guys to play together. And same with defensive, they got to cover for each other. But that group's really got a good feel, really smart. They understand that we play through Mo and we play through Bamba on offense, and those guys, the other guys are ready to make shots and do their job and stay organized, and it gives us the best chance to win. A really smart group.
How long do you think it took for those the 5 guys in that group to really just start clicking? Was there a moment that you could kind of sense maybe before the guys were on?
Well, we came back from Hawaii, and I know I didn't panic too much because I knew we put them in a bad spot, that going out to Baylor and then going to Hawaii. We had some tough travel there, and we were a little fatigued, I'm sure. And we were just getting Andre back. And remember, Andre and Rodman were just splitting minutes, and Rodman was hurt for a long time. So it kind of made the choice, and I wasn't even thinking, I said, you know what, I'm just going to start the old guys against UCLA, and then we should have won that game. And kind of wasn't there yet, and they just kind of didn't look back, even though we went through a little sluggish part there. But that kind of just that they had a lot of sweat equity, as like I say, in the program, and they've been through the wars, they've done it. So it's neat to see a 3rd and 4th year guy that have kind of embraced their roles, and they give you the best chance to win. A lot of things I don't have to worry or concern myself with on little things because they've been through it. And I'd say that's kind of some New Year's around January 1 or whatever.
Great. Thanks so much. Good luck down there.
All right. Thanks, Cole.